If I were to ask you what your favorite Super Mario title is, which one would it be? The original? Super Mario Bros. 3? Super Mario World? Super Mario 64 perhaps? Maybe it's even Super Mario Galaxy. Whichever title is your favorite, I can safely assume one thing. It's probably not Super Mario Sunshine. Released in 2002, this was the first, and only, Super Mario title for the GameCube. It initially released to very high reviews and great sales, selling 5.5 million units in its first 4 months alone. And it has proven quite popular among Nintendo titles, being featured in games such as Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Super Mario Galaxy. But over the years, it seems that this game has been more forgotten than most Super Mario titles. But does that mean this was a bad game? Well, let's take a look and find out. This game starts off with Mario, Princess Peach, and a plethora of Toads going on vacation to the beautiful Isle Delfino. But upon arriving, Mario discovers that a doppelganger has been causing chaos among the island. This enemy has not only been spreading all sorts of graffiti all over the island, but he also has hidden the island's source for sunlight. This source is the Sun Sprites. Once Mario arrives on the island, he is detained by the local police, who think he was the one responsible for stealing the Sun Sprites, and is sentenced with restoring the sprites to the island. But he's not doing it without help. In order to help him get rid of the graffiti, Mario finds the Flash Liquidizer Ultra Dowsing Device, or FLUDD. This machine was created by Professor E. Gadd, who you may remember from Luigi's Mansion. Along with just spraying graffiti off of walls, FLUDD also has 3 different attachments. The first attachment you find is the hover nozzle. This nozzle allows you to temporarily hover over fairly short distances. The second is the rocket pack, which allows you to reach very high areas. And the third is the turbo nozzle, which allows Mario to either run or swim at very high speeds. Using all of these attachments in different combinations makes platforming much easier. So, with the help of his new partner, it's up to Mario to restore sunshine to the island and clear his name. This game has 7 different levels, which all contain 11 Sun Sprites. Similar to Super Mario 64, these levels are accessed by jumping through walls, and each level changes slightly depending on which sprite you are attempting to reach. For instance, there may be some sort of boss fight required for one, or for another you may have to traverse through some sort of secret area. And these secret areas require you to reach a Sun Sprite without the use of FLUDD. All I can say for these areas are good luck. As you continue to collect the sprites, you will notice that the main plaza of the island continuously gets brighter. Along with FLUDD, on occasion you can use everyone's favorite gluttonous raptor, Yoshi. Yoshi gives you the ability to eat enemies or spit out juice from the fruits he's eaten if you so wish. Now for the reviewing. As far as the gameplay goes, it's just as polished and well put together as you would expect a Super Mario game to be. The controls are responsive, and with the addition of FLUDD, this game has some great platforming segments. However, on occasion, mostly in close quarters, the camera can be an issue. Sometimes it just positions itself at an awkward angle, and sometimes it obscures your view of Mario entirely. But at least this game lets you have full control of the camera, so that if you don't like the current angle, you can position it to your liking. There is, however, one massive issue I have with the controls. They are inverted. And I don't just mean on the Y-axis, I mean both the X and Y-axis. For those of you who aren't too keen on your math terms, that means to aim right, you move the stick to the left, and vice versa. The same applies when you're aiming up and down. I have a serious question. What is, or ever was the point, of inverted controls outside of flight games? What sadistic jackass woke up one day and said to himself, "You know what would really piss gamers off? I should reverse their controls. That would be hilarious." Okay, in all fairness, it isn't too hard to get used to the controls, but I still think this feature is just asinine and downright silly. As for the graphics, they were fantastic. 9 years ago. All jokes aside though, even though this game is old, the graphics still are pretty good. The characters' environments are very wonderfully rendered, and there is very little pop-up. The time it will take you to beat this game depends on what you consider beating it. In order to fight the final boss, you need to collect the 7th Sun Sprite from each level, which equals to 49 sprites. However, there are 120 sprites in all, so if you wish to truly beat the game, then you're probably looking at well over 20 hours easy. As for the story, I'm torn 50-50 on it. On one hand, it is refreshing to see a Super Mario game actually have a story and not follow the basic formula of these 4 steps. Step 1, Princess captured. Step 2, Princess saved. Step 3, Step 4, profit. But while the story is fairly original, I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty ridiculous. If you haven't played this game before, I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but fair warning, don't think you can take this plot at all seriously. So, why do I think that this game is not as popular as the others? Well, I believe that what turned most gamers away from this game was A, the weak plot, and B, the strange premise. Taking a formula that's worked for over 20 years and adding new elements like a water jetpack may be bold, but sometimes changing things too radically can drastically backfire on you. But a weak story and strange premise aside, I still would recommend picking up this game. Is it the best Super Mario title out there? No. Is it my favorite Super Mario title? Also no. But with its strong platforming elements and addicting gameplay, this is a title that can keep you occupied for quite a while. You can still find this game online, or in game stores if you're lucky, for around 15 bucks. So, if you just so happen to have a GameCube or Wii lying around, I would recommend giving this game a try. So, till next time, this has been E-Dog, still here and still shining. See you next time.